Hello and welcome to this video in which we'll be looking at a solution of an LRDI set from CAT 2025 slot 1. Now, this was a set about a round table which has got 7 chairs numbered from 1 to 7 in the clockwise direction, and 4 people, only 4 friends, A, B, C, and D, Aslam, Bashir, Chavi, and Davies, are occupying those 4 chairs of their choice. Now, at first glance, it looks like a circular arrangement set, but it is not an arrangement. Because what is happening is that once people are seated, all these 4 people are seated in 4 of these 7 chairs, they take turns in moving either in the clockwise or the anti-clockwise direction. And they move till they find an empty chair and they sit on the next first empty chair in whichever direction they decide to move. And then we have to find out that after every turn, what kind of configuration of the 4 people in these 7 chairs is. So at first glance, this might look like a difficult set. And I know a lot of people left this set because it looks a bit uncertain, including me. And I think I made a very bad judgment of the difficulty level of the set. In fact, this is a deceivingly easy set, probably one of the easiest sets of this entire paper. So why is this easy? Because number one, there are only 4 people. You don't have to actually figure out the locations of 7 different people, 8 different people, 10 different people, which is what generally happens in an arrangement kind of set. Plus, it's not a caselet where you have to figure out more than one parameter. I don't need to know, say, color of shirt, name of the person, nothing of that sort. I just need to know position of the person. So it's one parameter set. Plus, it might look like they are taking turns to move. We don't know whether they're moving anti-clockwise or clockwise. They can take whatever decision they want. That's a bit of uncertainty. Well, it's not. Because clearly the question gives an indication that they are only taking turns till 7. Plus, in every turn, only one person is moving. So, which means the remaining persons whose turn it is not, need not even move. So, in turn 1, only A is moving. In turn 2, only B is moving. In turn 3, only C is moving. During these turns, the persons who are not moving are staying put in their own chairs. So everyone is moving a maximum of once or twice. So Davis is moving only once because you have only till 7 turns. Everyone else is moving twice. So 2 movements of every person we have to figure out, and that's very simple to figure out, even though the number of clues look very less, that there are only 2 clues. Okay. So first clue says that the 4 friends occupy adjacent chairs only at the end of turn 2 and turn 6. This word only is very important to focus upon, which means that in every other turn, there is at least one blank chair between the 4 people. So the 4 people are not sitting together in consecutive chairs at the end of the remaining turns. Only in turn 2 and turn 6 are they sitting in consecutive chairs. And second clue is so simple. If we pay a bit attention to it, it's so simple to decipher. Because clue 2 says Davies occupies chair 2 after turn 1. Now see, turn 1 is not even Davies's turn. It is Aslam's turn. So which means I know where Davis is sitting at the beginning of this entire session till turn 4. So till turn 4, because turn 4 is Davis's turn, he's going to stay put in chair 2. In turn 4, he's going to move. And after that, he's going to stay put in the chair that he moves to. And that's why the next part of the clue says after turn 5 is on chair 4, which means I know Davis's one move is from chair 2 to chair 4, which happens in turn 4. Similarly, Chavi occupies chair 7 after turn 2. Now, Chavi does not move in turn 1 or turn 2, which means to begin with, Chavi is sitting in chair 7. I know the initial position of Chavi as well. Plus, in the very first paragraph, we have been given a few things like Aslam and Chavi are sitting together to begin with. And Bashir and Davis are sitting in such a way, B and D are sitting in such a way that the chairs on either side of them are empty. So, which means if Davis is sitting, if D is sitting in chair 2, then chair 1 is empty, chair 3 is empty. Right now, chair 7 is being occupied by Chavi. So the chair next to it, either chair 1 or chair 6 has to be occupied by A, because A and C are sitting together. Now chair 1 has to be empty because chairs on either side of D is empty. So which means that A has to sit on chair 6. And now based on that, we can actually figure out where does B sit, because B has to have 2 empty chairs on either side. So which means initial positions of all 4 people is very simple to figure out using the clues given. And that is what I've drawn here. See, Davis is sitting to begin with in chair 2. Chairs on either side of him is empty. This is empty, this is empty. Chavi is sitting in chair 7. Now Aslam has to sit in his chair next to C. So he will sit in chair 6 only because 1 has to be empty. Now B has to sit in such a way that the chairs on either side of B has to be empty. So 3 and 5 are empty. So B has to sit in 4. So this way we can figure out what is happening before the game begins. Now see, turn 1 is by Aslam. Aslam can move in the clockwise or the anti-clockwise direction. Now see, if he moves in the anti-clockwise direction, he will move from 6 to 5. Now see, if Aslam moves to 5, next turn is B's. And B will move either to 3 or 6. Now, if B moves to 3, then after turn 2, all 4 friends have to occupy adjacent chairs, which will not be possible because if B moves to chair 3, then C will be left separate. If B moves to chair 6, D will be left separate. which means Aslam cannot move to chair 5. Aslam has to move to chair 1. So he will move to chair 1, which is the next empty chair in the clockwise direction. So I know that turn 1, what is happening. So Aslam moves from chair 6 to chair 1. Similarly, now B has to move to chair 3 because all 4 have to sit consecutively after turn 2. So turn 2, what is happening is B is going from chair 4 to chair 3. Perfect. Now after turn 2, all 4 of them are occupying adjacent chairs. Now see, turn 3 is Chavi's turn. And I know that after turn 3, they cannot be sitting in adjacent chairs because only after turn 2 and turn 6 are the 4 people sitting in adjacent chairs, which means that Chavi cannot move in the clockwise direction because if she does, she will take chair 4. Then A, D, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 chairs they will occupy, which will not satisfy the condition that only after turn 2 and turn 6 they're occupying chairs which are adjacent, which means that Chavi has to move in the anti-clockwise direction so that they are not sitting adjacent to each other after turn 3. So that is what will happen from turn 2 to turn 3. Chavi will go from chair 7 to chair 6. Now see, it's Davies' turn. We already know Davies makes only one turn, and then that one turn he goes from chair 2 to chair 4, which means Davies has to move in the anti-clockwise direction. So I mean clockwise direction. So he goes from chair 2 to chair 4. So after turn 4, Davies is going from chair 2 to 4. Now see, turn 5. Turn 5 is Aslam's turn. Again, Aslam has to move in such a way that it should be possible for all 4 of them to occupy adjacent chairs after turn 6. Now, if Aslam moves in the, let's say, clockwise direction, if he moves to chair 2, the next turn is B's. Now, B moves from 3 to 5 in the next turn. Then A is left separate. And if B moves from 3 to 7, then again A is left separate. Sorry, D is left separate. So no matter where B moves, after A moves from 1 to 2 in the clockwise direction, there is no way that after turn 6 they can sit in adjacent chairs, which means that this move is again not possible for A. Only possible move is A has to move in the anti-clockwise direction to 7. Because if he does that, then in turn 6, B can move from 3 in the clockwise direction to 5. Then they can occupy 4 consecutive chairs, so 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? So from turn 4 to turn 5, A will move from 1 to 7. And from turn 5 to turn 6, B will move from 3 to 5. So after turn 6, again, 4 of them are sitting in adjacent chairs. Now last turn, turn 7 is C's turn, Chavi's turn. Nothing has been given to us about this turn, but I know that there are only 2 possibilities. Either Chavi moves in the clockwise direction to 1, or she moves in the anti-clockwise direction to 3. So this is what we know about the 7 turns. So once we know about 7 turns, he cannot be there either in chair 2 or chair 3. Now let's look at the questions. Questions are simple, straightforward. So question number 1 of the set, which is 9 in the paper that I had picked up. So this says, what is the number of the chair initially occupied by Bashir? That is 4. So after turn 0 or during turn 0, initially Bashir was in 4. So answer is 4 here. Simple. Next question, who sits on chair numbered 4 at the end of turn 3? At the end of turn 3, who is sitting in chair 4? No one. So answer is no one. Next question, which of the following chairs are occupied at the end of turn 6? So after turn 6, 4 people are sitting in adjacent chairs. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So where is 4, 5, 6, 7? Clue 2. Done. Last question. Which of the following best describes a friend sitting on chairs adjacent to the ones occupied by Bashir at the end of turn 7? So at the end of turn 7, this is the end product. C can either be in 2 or 3, but Bashir is in 5. 6 is empty, so no one is sitting adjacent to Bashir on 6. Only Davis is sitting adjacent to Bashir on 4. So only Davis. Answer will be option 2. And these are the answers to the 4 questions of this set. Extremely simple, straightforward set. No calculation. In fact, no possibility consideration even apart from the last turn. And if someone had spent 5 minutes in reading and understanding the set, then the solution of the set could have been arrived at within 3.5 minutes, which makes it hands down the easiest set of this entire slot. Thank you.